Forever.
Morning, Guyana. This is your host, Dunstan Wilson, and I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to our morning show, Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. This is your space where we dive into the popular topics shaping our lives, the latest news and headlines, pressing social issues, and those thought provoking conversations that matter most. We'll also bring you interviews, entertainment, and stories from in and out of Guyana, keeping you informed, inspired, and connected. Your support means everything. Keep joining us, keep sharing your voice, and let's continue to make this platform one that truly represents the people. Remember, it's real, it's relevant, and it's raw. Powered by News Guyana 24. See you tomorrow morning at 7 p.m. Hi, good morning to you all, and welcome to our live today, our good morning show. It is the people's voice, and I know you guys have been waiting for a little bit as we get started. So, how's everybody morning going today? And thank you guys for tuning in. For those persons who are watching at the moment, I would like you to share the live so that we can have our folks, our Guyanese folks coming in. And I know this show is relatively new, so some of you are getting accustomed to this time, getting up in the morning so that you can be a part of this show. Today we have some things that is in store for you, and we want to take the moment to thank our guest who is going to be on screen pretty soon, and so that we can start this interview. It's Thursday morning, and right now, where I am located in Canada, it is 10, as a matter of fact, 8:10 a.m. The weather is looking great. Summer does not seem as though it wants to go away, but it's still here with us. And as you all know, Canada is a very cold place. And yes, so I know in Guyana right now, I'm not sure what the weather is like, if it's raining or it's not. But once you're in Guyana, you always have beautiful weather. So share the life as you're coming in, and we will take it from there. So just bear with me, and we will get started pretty soon. All right, so I'll be right back. Host Dunstan Wilson, and I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to our morning show, Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. This is your space where we dive into the popular topics shaping our lives, the latest news and headlines, pressing social issues, and those thought provoking conversations that matter most. We'll also bring you interviews, entertainment, and stories from in and out of Guyana, keeping you informed, inspired, and connected. Your support means everything. Keep joining us, keep sharing your voice, and let's continue to make this platform one that truly represents the people. Remember, it's real, it's relevant, and it's raw. Powered by News Guyana 24. See you tomorrow morning at 7 p.m. sharp. And just a correction, not tomorrow morning at 7 p.m. when I did that ad. It's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So we're usually here Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. However, so far we've been here probably 8 a.m., around 8:30 a.m., but we will get with the time as we get started. So I will go ahead and bring my guest up today, who's going to tell you a little bit more about what we plan to talk about in respect to this show that will be happening in Guyana. And yeah, so let's take it from there. I'm not going to go into more details, but I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest up onto the screen. So let me just bring in here. All right, here we go. And let me fix my screen. And I think you're muted, so let me just unmute you. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Good morning to you. Good morning, Shawn. And I want to thank you for coming on this show here this morning, and so that we can talk about this event that you have taking place sometime this year in November. So, with no further ado, I'm just going to allow you to introduce yourself to the persons who are listening right now, and then we can just take it from there. Go ahead.
Good morning, and thanks once more for having me on your program. Good morning to the listeners, viewers, and the ones that's going to be watching this at a later time.
All right, good, great. So, your name is Shawn DemRoc McAllister. Okay,
It's Sean. It's actually Sean Marvin Miguel Michael McAllister.
okay, good. Okay, I was wondering if you went ahead and you kind of made some changes to your name.
I was thinking about it because I've been using it so long. Next year is
So,
going to be 20 years. It's
well,
actually already 19 plus years already. So
okay, and it could be also part of your branding as well,
yeah,
because
definitely.
okay, that's the reason why I wanted to clarify. Okay, where's this Demrock thing coming from? Okay, so what is Demrock? Like, how did you come up with the name Demrock?
DemRoc. Okay, first of all, I'm obviously originally from Guyana, born in Linden. Migrated in '97, lived in New York for a little bit. Um, Moved to Georgia. Been here since 2000. I started the musical journey in 2003, but the actual brand DemRoc started in 2006.
Okay.
So that derived from Demerara and Wiz Rock, because Wiz Rock is within Linden. So Rock, Dem Rock. So that's how I got the name.
All right. And I guess the two basically are connected in some way or the other because Demerara is on the low coastal plain and Wizrock, obviously, which is Linden, is on the hilly sand and clay area.
Area, yeah.
All right, great. All right, so and in terms of the award, how did you get started with this award? Because I'm looking at your website. I'm looking at all the pictures and everything that you're using so far for your promo, and everything looks so great. And I'm wondering, I'm asking myself, how come I never heard about the Denmark Awards? So,
Mhm.
how did you really get started with this award? What was the journey like?
So everything actually stemmed from 2016. I started a project called Rep 592 compilation album project where we only featured Guyanese artists on, I would say, mix album. You know, it's comprised of all sorts of genres. So my brand, DemRoc Clothing, because that's how it actually started with the clothing. I
O-
did a T-shirt called Rep 592,
Okay.
and after I did that shirt, I'm always the type of person to always got to connect something to something. It's not just, just having an idea, but I have to connect it. So I'm like, something I want to do something with this T-shirt with the name. I called a friend that was already in the music, and I run the idea by him that I want to do this compilation project. And from then everything just snowballed from one thing to the next. Now we up to about album 11. um and as a matter of fact, maybe I think it was like 12, actually 12,
Okay.
including a Guyana dedicated album and stuff like that. So just having done all of these things over the years, I'm like, okay, I have to take it a step further. I've done, a couple projects in between, but this award thing started 2022 when I made a post saying at the end of the year I'm gonna post just a regular Facebook post on who I think is the best female artist of the year, best male artist of the year, and best producer of the year. That was just going to be like a regular post. I subsequently went on a live, um, and that took a whole different turn.
Okay.
It started introducing categories and from one thing to the next, and then we did a virtual awards, and everything started from there.
All right. And also, okay, so you started in 2022 when you decided when you had this idea. And if
Mm,
we can recall in 2022, we were going through the COVID period, so everyone was at home. So I
yeah.
believe I believe it was very strategic because everyone was looking. We were now probably getting into the full swing of COVID, and we all were at home looking for things to do. People were working, doing different things. So the moment you probably went online, everyone kind of tuned in, and especially when
Oh
it happened
yeah.
to Guyanese, and Guyanese love entertainment, we can't get away
Hmm.
from that. All right,
That's
so
right.
I think it was very strategic. So after you got online, and okay, so let me ask this question: have you been working with artists before, or are you a singer as well? How did you get involved with that?
So when I started in 2003, it was a combination of a lot of things. I was partnered with a guy that we did artist management, music production. The list goes on and on and on. So I had dealings with the Guyanese artists, only Guyanese artists. Never dealt with no other. Um, artists outside of Guyana. No discrimination or anything, but it's just I feel our music and entertainment culture needs the attention, and that's what I've been focused on over the past 2+ decades. So having dealt with a lot of artists back then, it was kind of a challenge to introduce this new project in 2016, which was a compilation. So it just grew from there. So coming to the awards, it was challenge, but a lot of artists, buy into the idea and they got on board.
Perfect. Okay, great. So that's a collaboration, obviously, that became a success. All right. And in terms of the journey, how did that shape in terms of your vision in respect to this event?
Um, Having running my brand for so long before I actually really dove into the music stuff, it was it wasn't too much of a hard transition. It's just having artists understand that okay, we have a music culture that is struggling, and in order for us to get to that next level, we have to be involved and we have to introduce and you have to take the initiative to do certain things. So that's why people like myself introduce different projects and stuff like that. So it's been a challenge, but good on most part.
All right, great. And I know how challenging that can be because when it comes to Guyanese artists, and also us with our own different personalities and so forth. So basically, putting something like this together and bringing all the artists in one place. I remember back in the day when the video that I saw, it was with Jomo, it was with Adrian, and all the others, and that was a very good compilation. Did you had anything to do with that?
You said a video.
Yes, it was a music video that showcased a lot of the I guess probably back then it was like the most active artist back in
Mm-mm.
the days. And it was a
No,
very
no.
good compilation. I was looking for it so I can play it here. So I was wondering if you had anything to do with that video.
Mm-mm, not the production of that. No.
Okay, all right, good. Now, why do you believe that it was important to create this award show that is exclusively for just Guyanese artists?
As I mentioned earlier, the level of attention that is needed for our music culture, music and entertainment culture rather, it's it have to have some sort of focus, right? Um, as you know, when it comes to the entertainment, we're never invited to anything really. We're never really on top on top of our game on most part. We have one or two artists that's really doing a lot, but not on that large international stage. So that being said, we have events like the Caribbean Awards, which started in 2023. Um, no one was invited, and and not to point fingers or anything like that, but they have a target. Caribbean Awards have a target on who is leading and who need to be put on the forefront and who need to be seen and all of these things. We are nowhere in there, right? And again, the idea came in 2022. Caribbean Awards came 2023. So there were no motivation in doing that because of Caribbean Awards, right? So I just felt within myself that we just need to celebrate ourselves. We need to be in a position where we control our entertainment. We control the things that we get involved in. We control every single thing and not depend on being celebrated by somewhere else or someone else,
Yes.
right? And more so, it's an encouragement to our music culture. It's encouragement to our artists, creatives. um, and also have us to just really enjoy our culture. We don't have to be the best of the best out there yet, but we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna enjoy the journey. It's just enjoying that journey. We have amazing artists, and I think they deserve to be celebrated on that level. So that's why I go so hard on these things.
Okay, great. You know what? You are making me more excited because I remember watching the Caribbean Awards on YouTube, and I felt like if they had a little bit of taste of Guyanese
Hmm.
as a part of that event, I feel it would have been something. It could have been a little bit more exciting and entertaining because as Guyanese, we bring a different flavor to the table. All right,
Yes, you
and
do.
I totally agree with that because you know what I think it might have came across my mind after watching the show that I didn't notice any Guyanese person on the show. There was a lack of in terms of our culture, and also I think there is a. I also watched another event, which is a whole different thing. I think it was a Caribbean, the same Miss Caribbean or Miss Caricom something pageant, and then they had Guyanese on that show, and I'm like, okay, so how come they don't have any Guyanese artists at the show of itself? And you
Hmm.
make a very important point that Guyanese artists do need a platform, in so that we can see their skills because if probably if you go down to Georgetown right now and you ask questions like who's a popular artist right now, maybe they might be able to tell you, or maybe they may not be able to tell you. All right,
Hmm.
but everybody is familiar with Lola Doll and some of the other guys and so forth. But in terms of you creating this award and so forth, and working with Guyanese artists, um, what would you say that we need to do at this point that would basically put us on the international stage? Or are we on the international stage? Do you think that we are already on the international stage?
I know for a fact we have quite a few artists that is on that level, and it's it's kind of disturbing to know that I know this fact, but it's not known by the general public of Guyanese near and far, right? So for me to do certain things, I go all out. I praise these guys to a certain extent because of their talent, right? It's the artists themselves. I think a lot of artists need managers, right? Because there's a level of attention that have to be placed on artists when it comes to certain opportunities that they can take advantage of. And a lot of them miss it because of not knowing that they can take advantage of a situation or get
Okay.
involved rather. Right? For example, I manage Diamond Natural, the comedian. So I was able to get her on the Caribbean Awards as a presenter,
Okay.
right? I was able to get her on the awards as a presenter. What year was this? This was last year. Yeah, last year. I was able to get on the awards as a presenter. The hoops and loops I had to go through, right? A normal or regular artist or creative, they wouldn't be able to deal with it. You gotta have a level of patience to be able to push through. Um, Also that same year, I was able to get VIP tickets for two artists. I ain't gonna call the names, right? Um, just for them to have that experience. So I have a kind of a relationship with one of the creative director that runs the Caribbean Awards. So I say all that to say this. You gotta have a manager, you gotta be a type of person that you're pushy so that you can get in certain doors. The DemRoc Music Awards has been around since 2022. And I personally feel a lot of artists um, don't get involved because of some personal reasons. I don't know. I'm not trying to put no artists on blast, but I feel like even though we have a lot of artists that's taken advantage of the situation, getting involved, being nominated, just imagine the amount of attention that comes to this whole process. I mean, the numbers is staggering. Just imagine so far we have a voting process. Right now we have 44,000 votes. 44,000 votes now started on the 12th, right? Also, we have the amount of visits to that form so far is 332,552. That's the amount of times that voting system was accessed. So just imagine the volume of people that's coming and seeing each nominee, right? Even though they might not remember everybody,
Yes.
but the fact of the matter is, they at some point gonna say, "Oh, I remember that name from somewhere. Oh, that person was nominated on the DemRoc Music Awards." So my thing is telling, having artists understand, get involved, especially like things like this. Not everybody that submit for nomination going to be accepted. Based on your skill level and your talent and all that stuff. That's how you get selected.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm just thinking because I'm looking at the promo video and everything just looks great. It's very captivating, and also I think that's one of the reasons why you can see the rush to check it out, and to see, what is it that this show has to offer. Now, what was it like to put together something like this? Because I know you're speaking about the artist some not getting involved. So how were you able to put this entire production together? Because we will show a video just now, which is your promo video, and persons can see the past events, and what it was, and what it was like. It looks great because I feel like if I'm looking probably at the Grammys or something like that, and I feel Guyana at this point, in this atmosphere, we need something like that where we can see like a Grammy show with a huge red carpet, and probably kind of big up our artists and so forth.
Cause
And so our fellow Guyanese can get familiar with them. So what was it like putting this entire production together?
I've been doing graphics uh, since maybe to like 2001.
Okay.
So I do all my graphics, I do all my video editing, I do all my video promos, I do all my voiceover, I do everything from A to Z. So I had to depend on nobody. That's one headache and one expense
Your shoulder. Okay.
off my shoulder. Um, the Rev 592 project that started in 2016, just dealing, having to the relationship, friendship, communication with a lot of these artists over the years, you know, a lot of them, buy into it. Of course, new people, new artists, new creatives that came around, they also got involved. And what actually, tick it up a notch was 2023. We did it at the Oceana Theater in Brooklyn, New York. So that was an amazing, beautiful theater. The experience was great. We had the red carpet. It was an amazing experience. So that in itself had people thinking okay, he did the virtual, that was good. Now we got a taste of being in person.
At the live event.
So yeah, the live event. So just having that experience and doing this one in Guyana. Of course, I have a little nerve and stuff going, but I am fully confident in my abilities, and it's this is going to be a challenge. It's been a challenge so far, not on my end of what I know I can do, but there are things that is out of your control, like sponsorship, to take care of certain things. That's one of the um, big thing for us. So things like that. But overall, it's been quite an interesting journey, experience, bittersweet at sometimes, but on most part, I have no regrets starting it. But overall, it's been quite easy on most part for me.
Okay, and you mentioned that because so working with the working with the main entertainers in Guyana, and that's something that I want to kind of bring back to this show as well. On Fridays, I think Kaya, she wants to do like an entertainment segment, and because I think when it comes to entertainment in Guyana, it's really tough because let's say, for instance, somebody's going back home, and they want to find out what's happening back home, right? Because this
Mm.
weekend it might be the DemRoc, let's say the DemRoc award show, right? It's like, oh, interesting. Can I buy a ticket for that week? Where can I get tickets for that, right? Now, in terms of the entertainment hub and working with the main entertainers. Were you able to collaborate with those individuals? And the reason why I'm asking this question is to find out if they are like main entertainers, entertainer directors, managers, all these things down there. Were you able to collaborate with those individuals to bring, as a matter of fact, to make this show a success?
I'm going to touch on this a little bit. I'm not going to go into
Okay.
too much detail because it's a very sticky topic, right? All I can say is the promoters in Guyana, Guyanese promoters in general, there is something that is holding us back from really accomplishing a lot of stuff because of the mindset. Whenever I help promote something, I got to benefit from it, right? It doesn't matter if it's a personal thing or if it's a culture building thing. I have to have some form of benefit from it, which is not a problem, right? So, that being said, when that mindset comes into play, somebody like me, I have to I have to try. It's like I'm running behind people for them to help me. And it becomes draining, and I refuse to be a part of that. It have to be a situation where promoters see the benefit of the music and entertainment culture, get into that next level and get involved. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a money thing. So I've tried connecting with, I was down there a few months ago and I tried connecting with two promoters, but they're not giving me the time of day and I'm not going to run them down. I had a conversation with one yesterday and he is on board. And as a matter of fact, he reached out to me, right? He reached out to me. I don't need four, five, six, seven promoters. I just need one good promoter that buys that is all in for the music culture, right? And here was the kicker: this person is not even Guyanese. They live in Guyana, but they're not even born Guyanese,
Mm, mm.
right? They're Guyanese.
Okay.
Somebody decided to call me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Continue. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So they're not even born Guyanese. And the fact that that person reached out to me, and based on our conversation yesterday, it took this whole promotion to a whole another level,
Yes.
right? So, in all, just be careful. I'm very careful of who I get myself involved with, and I'm not going to get involved with somebody that their agenda is all about them. I don't care if they have 1 million, 2 million followers. I am good. I'm going to do things with people that understand and mean well and have a heart for music and entertainment culture, because I am not in this thing for money. If it was for money, I would have quit many
You
years ago.
probably quit, yeah, a long time ago.
And
Yeah,
that right there is when I said the attention to detail, the attention that the culture needs. It needs love. It don't need nobody coming and try to rip it apart and to see what I can get from it. We don't need that. We cannot afford that. Right. So in addition to that, all the bickering and fighting against each other and all this stuff is pointless. I can brag, I can do all sorts of things on social media of all the things I've been doing over the years. I can do that. I have the track record to do that, but what benefit is it going to be towards our music and entertainment culture?
yes,
Oh, DemRoc is amazing. DemRoc is this, but did it move our music and entertainment culture a step forward? Did it add more value by them giving me a pickup? No, I don't. I'm not saying that I don't like people saying that they like what I'm doing. I'm not saying that, but I'm not gonna go up there beating my chest, because me beating my chest is not taking us any farther. I just do what I have to do it to the best of my ability, and I do it from my heart. Right? And I wish we can get to that stage where you can see value in what you can see value in what I have, and I can see value in what you have. And it's not to see what I can gain from you, right? Because if we have something specific, like, okay, you doing your thing to develop the music and entertainment culture, I'm doing my thing to develop the music and entertainment culture. Let's come together and see how we can make this thing one, and so that we all can go up together to make this thing a success,
in terms of what
right?
it's supposed to be.
Of
Yeah,
Yeah, of course, you gotta have some kind of monetary gain or something like that, especially if you go into your own pocket. You don't want to lose.
yeah,
And I've been losing from day one, right? I've been losing from day one, but it's a problem. But if it is that I continue to do this and I continue to lose, then it's like, okay, all right, Shawn, you got to step back. So that's why support is very important to me. Sponsorship is very important to me, right? In 2023, I had to come out my pocket a whole lot of money, right? And we have people in place, we have government in place that can do something, but I'm not going to go too much into that, but I just haven't gotten any supporters yet. Let's leave it as that.
all right, good. Okay, so we're hoping by the end of this show that you will get some support. I'm not sure, there might be one person here who are listening and who can talk to their boss or whatever the case may be, in terms of the private enterprise that they work with, because I know Guyana as a country, that is always, these businesses are always supporting certain type of activities. I've been in that circle before where we needed support and we got tremendous support. And
Mm-hmm.
the DemRoc Music Award is going to Guyana, where Guyanese can get a taste of what it is and so forth. We're hoping, okay, by the end of this show, you probably get a call and someone will want to support you in some way or the other. And we will talk about that probably at the end of the show. But
Mm-hmm.
let's go into the award show of itself. And before we talk about that, I'm going to play your promo video here. And then after when that is done, then we'll talk about the award of itself. And then we'll talk about the show so people can get familiar with the show and so forth. Let me see here. I'm trying to locate this video. I think it's going to be this one. So just bear with me. All right. All right, listeners. Thank you so much for staying with us. The DemRoc Music Award is coming to Guyana. So get your monies ready, just like the way you put it out there when this great artist came to Guyana. I want you guys
Mm-hmm.
to go into your pockets and come and support the DemRoc Music Award. It's something that we need. A red carpet event is something that we need in Guyana because, as they say, we're seeing a lot of fancy things happening. So, entertainment is a part of our culture, and
That's it.
good. And I want to make DemRoc Music Award. Hopefully, you can keep it in Guyana every year after this.
That's the plan.
Exactly, right? And it could become a Guyanese thing and something that Guyanese look forward to every
That's
year,
it.
where members of the diaspora from Canada, from the UK, from the United States, from Europe, wherever Guyanese are, that they can travel back home and turn this into a really um, exciting event that we can look forward to. You know what? I've been thinking
Hmm.
about this idea for years, and then after speaking with Kaya, Kaya said, "Oh, I think we're gonna have it this year. All right, but let's see. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's play the video so persons can see in terms of your work and what you've been doing, so they can have an idea as to what this award is going to be like in Guyana live. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this video up on screen.
Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes when
Now
I
the one.
know he ain't love my soul.
2025 DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go.
Even if you're away, 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 away.
Firstly, rest up, charge up, rise up, earn.
मेरा नाम है चमेली मैं हूँ माले नाले बेली
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They are left undone. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the show. This is my first time here, so I'm excited. I came with friends, but I guess my friends are shy, so I said I'm going to be in the spotlight today. I'm from Grenada, and this is my first time here, so that's why I came to support. You know? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Forever alone. Forever alone. Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes when I know he ain't love my soul. Forever alone. Don't know why all my type leaves me loveless high.
25 DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go.
Even if you're away, 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 away.
Firstly, rest up, charge up, rise up, earn.
मेरा नाम है चमेली मैं हूँ माले नाले बेली
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They are left undone. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the show. This is my first time here, so I'm excited. I came with friends, but I guess my friends are shy, so I said I'm going to be in the spotlight today. I'm from Grenada, and this is my first time here, so that's why I came to support. You know? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Forever alone. Forever alone. Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes when I know he ain't love my soul. Forever alone. Don't know why all my type leaves me loveless high and dry. Now I know.
Well. For those who are watching, I don't know about you, but I can tell you this. I feel, I don't know. I feel like if I was just watching the show, or I'm sitting front row, enjoying this beautiful event. I must say, great. I must say, great work. I'm not sure if you're having a earthquake over there.
Oh Lord, I'm my phone. People keep calling me. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm so
good.
sorry.
Yes, I must say, great work. I must commend you on that. I love to see when my Guyanese people are doing exciting things, and it so happened that I end up speaking with Kaya, and then now I'm speaking with you, and it is something that I thought to myself, when are we going to be able to do something like this in Guyana? I'm just hoping that with the vibe and everything, that we're going to be able to see that kind of vibe in Guyana, when the artists are coming in and so forth. Because November 14th, I was just thinking to myself, do I have anything planned on the calendar? Because I probably think I have to be there to experience it. And I don't want to miss that opportunity, uh, you know, of experiencing the DemRoc Music Award in Guyana, which is the first show you're going to do in Guyana.
That's
So
it.
I probably may have to think about buying my ticket to go down for this event. And if you're watching from Canada and you feel, you feeling the vibe so far, I'm hoping that you guys are going to buy your ticket and go down too as well. Okay, so let's talk about the award, because I can go on and on about it. I'm just excited.
It's good.
Let's talk about the award. What can people expect on this night? Yes, what can people expect? What can Guyanese expect?
We have 23 categories. All right, that is dancehall artist of the year, male and female. You got reggae category. You got producer category. Um, and the list goes on and on. Performances. We're gonna have. We're going to really show our culture.
It's a
Dance.
2025 DemRoc Music and Entertainment.
All right, go ahead.
That's in dance. That's in everything that embodies our music and entertainment culture. Right? 2023, we had such an amazing experience. There was a group, I can't remember the name, Indian group that opened the show, because I opened the show with a dance, and that pretty much set the whole pace for the entire show. Because when people thinking that, okay, you're gonna open up with somebody singing or something like that, it opened up with a show, and it was a cultural dance. It was a mixture of different music genre, tempo, and they did an amazing job. So just expect the red carpet for one. It's going to be on another level. That includes you mixing and you're mingling, you taking your pictures, you're doing your interviews, um, and that's going to be only for VIP, elite VIP ticket holders. That starts from 5 to 7:30. All right, 5 to 7:30. You're gonna have your finger food, your non-alcoholic beverages. All that's gonna be on the red carpet. When we start the show, I don't want to give away too much,
Okay.
but it's mainly going to be entertaining. It's going to
Yes.
be entertaining, and I want us to show as much of our culture as possible, as much as possible. You remember now it's going to be like a 2 hour show, so two and a half, 2 hour show. So of course we got to cram everything in that 2.5 hours or so. I don't want to take it too far to like 3 hours, more like 2.5 hours. I want to, at least cut off to, but it's going to be, we're going to have people honoring people. We're going to honor Birchmore Simon, Jomo, Tamika Marshall, Travis Chase, and it's going to be a few artists that's going to be added to that list. So it's going to be a lot of honors. We're going to, pay tribute to, some people that, passed and gone. It's going to be just from that experience in New York, and that's being away from home and just seeing one of the things that really like blew my mind is the way that people came out, the way that they dressed. Is as if they were going to the BET Awards, and that made me
Come on,
feel
listen,
so.
it is
It
the
made me feel
DemRoc.
so good, man. It's like
It is the
it
DemRoc
just.
Music Award. It doesn't have to be the Beauty Award. And guys
Yeah,
love to dress, so
yeah,
as you're
exactly.
speaking, I can feel the power in my, because I can see it happening. So let's do this. Continue.
I was so happy to see that. I'm like these
Stunning,
people, and
absolutely
not to say that I
amazing.
was judging, not to say that I was
Yes,
doubting myself and
yes,
and anything like that, but it's just the pride that people went all out in the way that they dress was just mind blowing to me. And then to see pictures, because a lot of things I wasn't able to, experience with a lot of people on the red carpet because I had to be upstairs in the booth, getting everything set up and situated. I had a little bit of experience on the red carpet, but not as much as I wanted to. So when I saw a lot of people tagging me and things after the show the next day and the following week or so, I'm like, this person was here, this person was here, this person, and it was like, oh my goodness. I was so, 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 so happy. I was so, so happy. Just seeing people come out and experiencing our music and entertainment culture. We don't have to wait on nobody to celebrate us.
that's right.
We enjoyed ourselves. And I refuse. Shawn, Marvin, Miguel, Michael, McAllister, soon to add DemRoc in there. I'm just joking. I
Yes,
refuse to have certain knowledge and not experience it.
that's right. Yes.
You know, I refuse. And then I watch part of the Caribbean Awards, like the pre-show and all that stuff, and all I'm seeing is I don't want to call it the countries, but I'm seeing it just saturated the whole place. And we had one Guyanese out there, and Guyana music scene. He was out there on the red carpet doing interviews. I'm glad he was able to go on there. We had one artist that was nominated in the New Artist Impact Award. That was Don Chorus. So I was happy to see at least one person be nominated. But it's not showing enough of us, and we have to do something about that by controlling our narrative, controlling our journey. And that's why I introduce what I'm doing. And if another person decide to say I want to do an awards, and they're decent, and they're a person that I see that have the heart for this thing, I'm gonna go all in with them and support. I don't need no attachment. I would tell them everything they need to know about running and doing an award so that we can have multiple. It doesn't have to be only DemRoc. It doesn't have to be DemRoc. It have to be things that we do that we celebrating ourselves. And once it includes celebrating ourselves and enjoying ourselves and not waiting for an invitation from people outside of our culture,
That's right.
I am all in.
Yes. And you know what, Sean? I really like that because it's really hard. It's really hard a lot of times to get support, and not only to get support, but others basically stealing your idea. So we're gonna talk after in respect to your support. Um, okay, so on the night of the award of itself and so forth, you talk about the different categories. Can you name those categories, and so persons could have an idea what those categories are?
Okay, so we have videographer of the year, male soca artist of the year, female soca artist of the year. We got rhythm of the year, not album. Previous year I did a rhythm album, but now I pretty much just narrow it down to rhythm. We got reggae artist of the year, male R&B artist of the year. I wish we can have both male and female R&B artists category, but it just so happened that we have um, a larger selection of male than female. So this year it's only male dance artist of the year. And what I did as well is in previous years it was just one general category for producer of the year. So this year, what we did was we separated it in dancehall soca producer of the year, chutney producer of the year, reggae producer of the year, because in respect to all of those categories, we have an amazing, amazing bunch of producers, and I wanted every genre to have its own category. We have music video of the year, female gospel, female gospel, male gospel artist of the year, DJ of the year. Um, we get culture podcast of the year. So that's where something like what you're doing would fall under that category, because you're promoting our culture, you're promoting everything Guyana, even though you might talk about other things outside of Guyana.
Yes.
But the main thing is that you're highlighting our music and entertainment culture, our news, our everything. So something like what you're doing would fall under that. So come next year, I'm expecting to see you being nominated
Oh,
in that category, right?
okay, that'll be interesting.
We got
Okay.
comedy
Yes.
content creator of the year. That's of course, guys that go on social media, do their content, the comedy and stuff like that. We got collaboration of the year. Um, and that is it. That is it so
Awesome.
far.
Awesome. 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 Um, I really like that. Honestly, like this this I can say this production, um I'm loving it so far, and I want to encourage you guys. If you're watching now or you're watching later, because I know a lot of persons are working right now and not able to come on the live. But if you're watching it later and you think that this is something that you want to support, go ahead, throw in your support. Okay. Now let's talk about the tickets. How can people get tickets? Like, where can they find the information?
So right now we have the elite VIP and we have the general admission. The elite VIP is 15,000 Guyana dollars, and the general is 4,000 Guyana dollars. You can get it from the Culture Center box office or in Linden at Benji's Pharmacy on Republic Avenue, or in the Ward, People's Choice Pharmacy in the Ward. I'm going to have more locations in Georgetown in this new week. So over the next couple of weeks, you're gonna have a lot more in different places. But it's just you're gonna have access to a ticket either way.
All right, good. Because we want to be able to blast it out so persons can know where to get their tickets and get their tickets early before it is sold out. Because this event, to me, obviously, if it received the publicity that it needs, I believe those tickets are going to be sold out, and you might even have people outside with a big screen. You never know. Um, during the show. So yes, I really like this idea because in Canada we used to have in Toronto, as a matter of fact, we used to have an event that used to happen every summer, where they would bring in these artists and so forth. And the award show, it used to be done in the street. So they will set up they set up the stage and everything, and you have all these different artists coming in and so forth. Let me ask you one question: is there any international artists that will be here, or just or that's a surprise, or just Guyanese artists only exclusively?
On the stage, definitely only Guyanese artists.
Okay.
Oh, definitely. Definitely only Guyanese artists. Any artist that's um outside of the Guyana culture, they come in, it will be in support of what is being done. No disrespect, but it's just the way that we doing things on this end. right? We're not able to put you on the stage. You can be a presenter, but not nothing, no performance side of things. No, I don't care if it's vibe, even if it's vibes cartel. No, and I mean that. He can be a presenter, but not performing. I don't
Not
care.
performing.
No, 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 no.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's play this video again. I think I'm just enjoying this promo, but let's play it for those persons who are watching. I see some persons, some new individuals just came up here. Let's we play that.
25 DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go.
Even if you're away, 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 away.
Firstly, press up, charge up, rise up, earn.
मेरा नाम है चमेली, मैं हूँ माले नाले बेली.
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They all left undone. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the show. This is my first time here, so I'm excited. I came with friends, but I guess my friends are shy, so I said I'm going to be in the spotlight today. I'm from Grenada, and this is my first time here, so that's why I came to support. You know? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Forever alone. Forever alone. Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes when I know he ain't loved my soul. Forever alone. Don't know why all my type leaves me loveless, high and dry. Now I know.
Here we go. I see persons came in when this video was displaying it. I think Facebook or whoever is sharing the feed. All right. All right. So I see you have the award there. I think you probably want to talk about that.
Yeah, this is the actual physical award. My camera.
Bring it back a little bit. If bring it back so you can see the full thing.
Yeah.
Okay, back a little bit. There you go. Yes. Yes. Awesome. DemRoc. Yeah, okay.
So I named this the Jag Harmon
Okay.
Trophy
Okay.
because I'm in love with a Jaguar, and as you can see, the Jaguar is here as well.
Okay.
All right. And this is actually a redesign from the first one. A little bit of changes, but I love everything about, sometimes you gotta, tap yourself on the back, right? But it's just being in this thing for so long, the music culture, rather, for so long, and then the award side of things. I don't doubt myself. Once I believe I can do something, there is nothing on this planet that can convince me otherwise. All right. And on most parts, I've done, like, with the awards, and I'm saying this for a reason, right? With the awards, everything that you see, everything that about the awards, I've done 99.999% of it. All right. And that is not something to brag about. And I'm saying this because I need help. Right? I need help, but I don't need bad help.
Bad influence. You don't need that.
I cannot do all of this by myself for too long. I can get by because I understand what I'm about, and I can do it. I can do it. It's pretty much easy for me because I depend on me with the graphics. Even this, I had to design this. It took time dealing with the company, the manufacturer, back and forth, right? That took away from me doing other things. So I say that to say, I'm not bragging about doing everything by myself. I need help, but I
For
don't
the
need
right
people
help.
coming in. I don't need people coming in because they think this is something to be a part of and it's gonna pilot. I don't need that. I don't do hype. I do not do hype. That's why I do not reach out to certain people, and I actually reached out to people in the past, and it was all about hype for people, and I don't do that. If you're gonna come in, I want to feel like you understand what this thing is about. It's to build our music and entertainment culture. This is not a impress. This is not about impressing nobody. It's not about that, and I mean that from the deepest depths of my heart. I need people that's gonna come in and gonna say, "Hey, I can come in, I can do this," and I'm not saying that you do any stuff for free. If the funds is there for you to get paid, you getting paid. As it is right now, I ain't getting nothing. I ain't taking nothing. Right? So if you're gonna come in, I need you to come in and say, I can do this, 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 this. I don't want to have to ask you to do something and you don't do it, and it falls back on me, and you have a million excuses. I've been dealing with that for years, and I'm literally tired of it. So as again, I can do these things by myself, but I would rather not. I need good help, right? I need good help. I don't need people coming in and with this hype thing because that's not a part of my life. I do not do hype.
All
I'm
right.
very laid back. I do a lot of thinking. I process things before I do things. All right, so that's where I'm at with that.
Great. But what you're doing is quite impressive. What you're doing
Thank you.
is also innovative. Um, it's thinking outside of the box, because a lot of us, in terms of our thinking, we're thinking in a very small vacuum. And you're making a very important point because it's not just what you can get out of it, right? So the efforts that you put into it, and you want to protect that. So I do understand when you say um, you need help, but you want to get the right kind of help, and not someone to come in and create any kind of confusion and just say um, it's just about the hype. And I must say, for you to able to put together this kind of event um, all by yourself, or maybe with the little help that you're getting, is absolutely um, amazing. I don't want to sound too cliche, but I think this kind of work is impressive, and these are the
Appreciate it.
individuals that we need, in Guyana. Collaborating and making things happen, happening on a um, on a level that's considered to be very professional.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times we see a lack of professionalism in the things that we do back home, and it seems to be it's a norm. No, it's not
Yeah.
norm. That's not normal. And we can go on and on about that. And I'm so happy because when Kaya said I can set it on here, she said you should talk to him because I feel he's within the same category in terms of the things that you were talking about and so forth. Because he brings the same level of professionalism to his work. Because you don't want to just talk to people and it's just about the hype, but it is what you bring into the table, and that is what is going to make the difference. I have another question which has to do with media, because you talk about the red carpet, and as people coming in, I've been on red carpets before, when we used to have Entertainment Tonight in Canada, as a part of ET, because I think you guys have Entertainment Tonight in the US. So
Mm.
I've seen how it's been done, and I'm a journalist, I'm a media guy, so I love these things. How do you plan to make that happen? Because there are a lot of media in Guyana right now, a lot of media, mediocre media, great media.
Mediocre.
So that night, it would be nice to have all of them on the red carpet covering the show. So I'm a PR person as well, so I have to ask you, is there like a press release that's going to be out inviting the media to come to this show? Like, how do you plan to put all of that together?
So when it comes to the media houses, we have all pretty much all of them already on board.
Perfect.
So
Good.
I'm not concerned about not too
Okay.
concerned about them showing up and doing their thing.
I
Um,
needed to add News Guy 24. I probably have to conform if I'm gonna be there. But I want to be
yeah,
there with my mic. Honestly, I really want to. I want to be there with my mic. I want to
it'll
cover
be great, man.
as well.
It'll be great.
All right, go ahead.
It'll be great. Yeah, just having the media houses out there, and currently we're doing promos on HJTV,
Okay.
HJTV, and it's going to increase as time progresses. The election kind of hold us up quite a bit. So there were things that we held back from doing
Because the time
until
period.
because the election, the tension. Because I was down there in July, and I got a lot done. Got a lot of met a lot of people and stuff like that, but there were a lot of focus on elections, so I understood that. So we actually just kicked back into full gear about a week and change ago, and it's just going to increase. We're going to have billboard stuff on the digital billboard. It's going to be, you're not going to be on Facebook. I would say, put it this way: 2022, when you like scrolling Facebook, it was so big that every few scroll
You
you
were
see
seeing it.
something
Yes.
about the awards.
Yes.
This one where it was virtual. You saw something every. You couldn't scroll at least 5 posts before seeing, and I'm like so serious about that. It was that crazy. And that night on the virtual, we had over 2,000 people on the live.
Yes.
Right, over 2,000 people on the live. So it's it's the opportunity for sponsors, because right now we have the voting process going on. If you go to DemRocMusicAwards.com, we have the voting process going on right there, and so far we got almost 44,000 votes. Right, just imagine the volume of people that is still coming to the site, and the visits so far. And I have to update the one on the website. The visit to the page so far is 333,000 visits, almost 334,000 visits to that page. I'm just saying that to show you the volume of people that is engaging and interacting
Yes.
on these things. So right at the top, I have the sponsors logo right on the top there, smack there, right there. So exposure, plus they're gonna be on the step and repeat banner. They already, the ones that I have here are already in the promo videos that I'm doing right now. So it just gets better and better and better and better and better.
All
So
right.
for the sponsors that want to come on board, you will be promoted to the max.
Yes. All right. So yes. So definitely, you asking for sponsors and so forth to come on board.
Mm.
We're making a call here. If you guys are watching this show, I know I do have a lot of friends and a lot of colleagues who work with different organizations, different companies, different agencies, banks, DIH, all these places. I don't want to start calling names, but I know you guys are gonna come across this video. Please, Colin King, if you're listening, if you're watching this, let's see how we can support. And I don't want to call names. I really don't want to call names, but I know there are agencies, there are different businesses out there who can support the show in some way or the other. So you can reach out. If someone wants to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you?
By email at info at demroc, DEMROC musicawards.com, or my phone number on WhatsApp 347 450 1057, or you can reach me on any of the inboxes on social media, Facebook or Instagram. Either way, it's better actually for the instant communication on one of those platforms. So that'll be instant instead of emails. But definitely definitely would get a response.
Okay, and someone just messaged me and asked, how can somebody become a sponsor? Because someone just already asked me. I know I have persons listening on this show. So how can someone become a sponsor?
Once they make that communication, contact me, then I'll send them the package. The package is not set in stone. Even though the expense is great, huge on most part, but we just want to get people involved. It could be small, it could be big. We just need people to get involved, sponsors to get involved, so that we can, it can ease the burden on my shoulder of um, a lot of things,
Yes.
right? It would help tremendously, and so far with the sponsors that we have, it's helping tremendously. We're able to get a lot of stuff done. We're able to get flyers, posters, a lot. Even the voting system is not free. The voting system is not free,
You have to pay to vote.
right?
Okay.
You had to no, no,
Okay.
no. They didn't have to pay to vote. I had to
Okay.
pay for the service to enable you guys to vote,
Okay.
right?
And
So
what you could have
yeah.
done too, and what you could have done probably in that way too as well, because I noticed I think the Miss Universe and the other agencies that use it as well. In order to vote, you pay like $1 or
Mm,
$2 or something like that. I mean, it's just an idea. It's just
in
an
in
idea.
our in our in our culture, in
Okay.
our culture, I will be setting myself up for all
Mhm.
manner of pull down,
Okay. Okay. I get it.
right? All manner of pull down. So um that I understand what you're saying. World in the world outside of Guyana, that's how things should work.
Yes.
Offset a lot of stuff, which would have been great, but I wouldn't. There's no way. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Nah, no. It would have helped tremendously, but nah,
Okay.
nah. You already know. You.
I'm just it was just
Jesus.
it was just an
No, no.
idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it's a
an
great
idea
idea.
because I see how people like how people did it. I mean, yes, sometimes that you go to vote and then you realize like, okay, I gotta put in my card, and then you probably say, okay, I'll probably do it later. I may never go back,
No,
right?
no, 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 no,
Just an idea.
no,
Okay. All right.
no.
So as we wrap up, I know you did mention these honoraries, and I want us to talk about that as we display the picture here. How did you came up about this, and can you give us some information about this?
Mr. Birchmo Simon been in the music culture, the Guyana music culture for maybe 3, 4 decades, and I think it's you know right to honor him. You know, these guys have done a lot of work, a lot of things that they introduced in Guyana. So it's, I think it was the right thing to do. Previous years, we've honored Adrian Dutchin, Fojo, Garden, Mr. Bapi Rupchan, Casual, that's on HJ, that's on one of the radio stations that we Johnson. And it's so funny. Just mentioned Ian Johnson. As soon as I said Ian Johnson, guess who just called me? Ian
Ian
Johnson. The split second I said Ian Johnson, my phone started ringing. Right? Raw Tony. So Ian Johnson was honored with the Rock Pioneer Award. Likewise, Mr. Birchmore is going to be honored with the Rock Pioneer Award. Um, Travis Chase is going to be honored with the Harbor Journalism Award. Likewise, Gordon Mosley was honored with the Harbor Journalism Award. Raw Tony was honored last in 2023 with the Sports Maven Award. We had Miss Charmaine Blackman was honored in 2022 with the Rock Pioneers. Well, Mr. Wally Fraser with the Vision Award. Terry Gadraj with the Pioneers Award as well. We had Kester Dean with the Rock Pioneer, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
And then
So
we have Jomo right
every,
now. Yeah.
and then we got Jomo, exactly. So we honored Adrian in 2023,
Yes.
and we honoring Jomo in 2025. We didn't want to put the two together. We just want them to have their separate shine.
That's right. And then we have Tamika Marshall.
We got Tamika Marshall. And we're gonna have a few more that's gonna be added to that list, but
Okay.
it's not gonna be too wide.
Okay. All right. And as we wrap up this show here that we've been having for over an hour right now, I want to really thank you for coming on the show, giving us a whole breakdown in terms of this DemRoc Music Awards. And also, I'm happy I didn't ask you all these questions from before, because probably if I did, we wouldn't be having such a interactive show right now. So as we wrap up, like I said, I'm really impressed with what's going on right now, and I want to promote this. I will promote it on my page. I do have a little bit of following, and I hope that Guyanese can come out and support in this aspect. It's needed. I love the idea, and I know it's going to be a great show. And since you already have the media in place, yes, I can see this all rolling out. And if it's anything that I can do as well, I'd be more than happy to basically support in that way. So before we close the show, can you just give a little rundown as to how you can get tickets again, how they can find you, and also how can someone become a sponsor, and then we can just wrap up.
Before I mention that, I want you to understand that what you're doing is impactful, right? I don't look at how much followers a person have of whoever I'm doing the interview with. I don't look at that. I look at your heart. I look at your heart. I look at your passion. And if it is that I can sense that you are passionate about progress for our culture, our Guyanese music and entertainment culture, and everything that embodies that, I am all in. Even if you had 10 followers, I would still do this interview because it's very important for us to build that culture where I understand what it takes to get involved. I understand what it takes to collaborate. I understand what it takes to help take our music and entertainment culture to the next level. And it takes things like this that's gonna help us get to where we want to get to. Now, if I would have declined the invitation to be here, then how would you grow if it is that you don't have, or if people keep looking at numbers, right? So I just want to encourage you to continue to do what you're doing to help elevate our standard of the way that we treat each other, the way that we go about treating our culture.
I appreciate that.
It needs love, it needs a lot of attention, and this is the beginning of that process.
Yes.
All right. So just continue to be encouraged. I don't look at numbers. I don't care if it's 2 people watching, 100,000 people watching. I'm gonna still represent my brand. I'm gonna represent everything that I stand for the same way. All right. So that being said, you can find tickets in Linden at Benji's Pharmacy on Republic Avenue. Also, People's Choice Pharmacy in the Ward, or right now at the Culture Center box office, you can get tickets. And throughout the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have in more other locations that you can uh, get the tickets. The other thing that I want to highlight, um, somebody mentioned about, oh, $15,000 is too much for a VIP ticket. Now, two things: good things not cheap, cheap things not good. The experience that you're gonna get on that red carpet, it's going to be an experience. The other thing is, if you make it too cheap, then you stand a chance of having a million people on the red carpet, and we cannot afford to be there all night, right? So that's my thought process. That was my thought process behind, don't make it too don't make it too expensive and don't make it too cheap. Right? Kind of like in the middle, right? The general admission is 4,000, which is $20 US, which I try to make it affordable for everybody to attend. This is our music and entertainment culture. We cannot afford to sit around and wait. And I'm mainly talking to the artists and creatives.
Yes.
Do not sit around and wait to get to the BET, the Caribbean Awards level, while you can actually experience something like this. And again, anybody else that want to do an award, anybody else that want to do these things, the more the merry, right?
Yes.
Just let us enjoy the journey. That's all I'm asking. Enjoy the journey. So when you get to a certain age, and let's say you don't make it in the music industry, at least you would have had an experience of such. BT or the whatever it is, at least DemRoc was able to create something that I can be a part of, and at least I have that experience, so I can, you know what I mean. So that's mainly it, man. I just want us to enjoy this thing. I just want us to enjoy it. I just want us to enjoy the process.
Yes. And it's not only to replace that too as well, but at least if you're trying to get to the top, you start with what you're doing locally, because
Correct.
as we can see that, eyes are on Guyanese artists, eyes are on Guyanese comedians, eyes are on Guyanese everything that we're doing at this point. Something just happened the other day, and it was so crazy to see TMZ doing an article and all these things happening. So it's not like Guyana is not there. Guyana is literally everywhere. And if they can hear about DemRoc Music Award and then said, "Wow, how can we get like the top artists basically performing now at the BET and promote DemRoc as
Yeah.
well?" Because this is how collaboration is being done. And I like the fact that you're saying this to the artists, like it's an opportunity to obviously to enjoy something and to get that feeling of being on the red carpet, get that feeling of as if you're sitting down at the BT and so forth. Enjoy something local, because how can you have an appreciation for something international, especially if you don't know what's like
Mm.
enjoying it locally and seeing your Guyanese clapping and cheering for you, especially on the red carpet. Create that feeling like, wow, I never expected this, but it's happening. And I know that entire
Hmm.
section there probably is going to be on lockdown. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't think you can get a general admission ticket and be able to get into the red carpet area. It's
Yes.
not going to happen. It's
Yes.
not going to happen. I see somebody in the comment section said, Kyra official. She is nominated in the soca category.
Okay.
So they know. Yeah, she is nominated in the soca category, not
Yeah.
calypso.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And after listening to Carrie as well, I was like, girl, like your voice is so woo, it's so soothing, like to
She
wake up
is.
in the morning and to hear that beautiful voice. Come on, Guyanese, like we have lots and lots of talent,
Oh man. Oh boy.
lots,
I
lots
I
of
just I just I just be. Sometimes I think to myself, like, am I the only one that is really enjoying these music to the max? Of course, we have other avid listeners of Guyanese artists, but I'm exposed to so much.
Yes.
I'm exposed to so much and so many great artists, and that's why I am so determined to get it to you guys, get as much as them to you guys, for you guys to come across them, for you guys to start listening to them, for you guys to start supporting their music, for you guys to do all of these things. But I also encourage the artists themselves that you have to do what you have to do in order to gain that attention. You can't just lay back and say, well, I have a nice voice and you're gonna just things gonna happen. It takes work,
Yes.
right? It takes work. So not because you Guyanese and I'm Guyanese, I have to support you. Doesn't
No,
work
no,
like
no,
that,
no. Mm-mm. Doesn't
right?
work like
You
that. No.
have to give people a
Yes.
reason why they should support you.
Yes.
That's why for me, I do not cut corners.
Yes.
I could have said, I have an idea to do an awards and I'm going to do it on a low level, put it on a bottommost thing. I could have done that.
Yes.
But these guys do not deserve that.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not knocking anybody that start like that. But me personally, the way that I think is I go all out. And I don't just jump and do things. I think stuff through as much as I can, and then I do it. So being able to get to this stage where we at right now with 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 everything, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I'm really, really not surprised. I'm just happy that we have people that's out there that supports it, and we just looking for a lot more support for us to have our thing, and that we can create another one, and then we can create another one, we create another one, and it just be something big. So everybody's looking forward to something every few months that is Guyanese own.
That's right. And that's the reason why we have the Good Morning Show, which is the people's voice. And we are going to continue to do this, even if we have to do it in the night, in the morning, in the midday, whichever time, the Good Morning Guidance Show is going to be here. We're not going to change the name. So
Yeah.
it's gonna always be here. I must say that you are this is the third show that I'm having for this week when I started. So you are the second guest so far that I've had on the show. And every guest I've noticed that comes on, because I spoke with Kaya and then you here. So I'm hoping after you can recommend somebody else who is gonna come on the show too as well. Um, I have an interest in politics. I've been doing a lot of politics stuff for the past couple months since doing the election. But also there is another side of me, because when I studied journalism, I wanted to get into the entertainment aspect of things, because I love the hype back then, and I know you don't like the hype that people call it.
Yeah. They're different reasons. They're different reasons and control of hype.
Yes,
Hype in that you bring awareness and you do
yes,
these things to
yes,
bring awareness, but to just come on board just to, oh, I'm with DemRoc and I'm with this. Miss me with that.
yes,
No, 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 no
yes.
thanks.
Yes. So yeah, so basically I like this kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed this interview with you as well. I think the interview went exceptionally well. And
Yes.
obviously in respect to the DemRoc award show, if you're watching the show now or later, remember you can go get your tickets. Also there's a website. What's that website?
DemRoc Music Awards, and that's DemRoc with DEMROC, not with a K.
Okay, so
So
DemRoc.
if you type in DEMROC Music Awards with a S dot
Okay.
com. And we also have a 24/7 radio, which is demrockradio.com. You can
Yeah.
listen all day, every day,
All
throughout the
right.
night, throughout the morning.
Great.
So
So
you can find more information there. And there is on the website, there is a PayPal quick pay that you can also do. Again, it doesn't have to be a big sponsorship, but it helps.
Yes.
It will help tremendously. All
Yes.
right. So yeah, I'm trying. 2023 was tough until like the last part. Um, just getting sponsorship and people really believing in this thing, and oh, he take that to a place like that, spending all of that money on a place like that, but it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Everybody had a grand time. I was happy. We had a lot of people that turned out looking fresh to death, and I know with the Guyana one, it's home, and it's believe it or not, I know people have the
Believe it or
outfit.
not, believe it or not,
These
they're gonna
people
bring
is
it.
they're gonna come out looking sharp.
They're gonna
I
bring
don't
it.
come. I just gonna be there. I ain't trying to outdress nobody. Tell
Yes.
you, I ain't trying to outdress nobody because I think last year, I mean 2023, I was like, you know what? I should do a best dress. Um, I think I might do that this year. I might do the best dress, male and female. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that. These people are something else. I think I
So there
want to
might
do
be
that.
there might be something to take away that night. If you're coming to the show, there might be something to take away that night. You might be crowned the best dressed male attendee or the best dressed female attendee. So, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
you will. Yeah, yeah. We're
if
gonna
you
have prizes. We're gonna have prizes given
yeah,
away. We're gonna
yeah.
throughout the show. It's gonna be it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's
Okay,
gonna be nice.
so you're getting it directly from the man himself, Shawn DemRoc McAllister, who is putting on this show in Guyana. As you can see from the video that is playing right now, this event is going to be one that you don't want to miss. Okay, so get your tickets early and be at the show. And what date is that show, Shawn?
November 14th is a Friday. November
It's
14th.
Friday. Thank God
Show
it's
up
Friday.
if you have. I know I think that's Friday, right? If you have plans on buying the Elite VIP tickets, red carpet starts at 5. It ends at 7:30. Showtime is 8. I am very strict when it comes to timings. So if you want to show up 7 o'clock, that's on you. Just know that you have 30 minutes of being on the red carpet,
That's
right?
right. Yes.
I say that to say this. A lot of things going to be happening on the red carpet. You're going to have a lot of professionals. You're going to have people that's already in the music industry. We have artists. So you mixing and you mingling and you eating your finger foods. You got your non-alcoholic beverages. I'm not quite sure if they allow me to do alcoholic beverages, but just know that you're going to be well entertained. And if you have the general admission ticket, you most likely you'll see what's going on, but there is no possibility of getting in because
Mixing and mingling.
yeah, yeah, there'll be no possibility because
Yes.
I'll have two checkpoints. I'll
Okay.
have two checkpoints. Don't think. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this just so people understand. People are like, I could pass. I know somebody that's going to be standing right there. I know them. I know they're gonna let me pass it. Okay. So if you want to have that great experience, and even with the general admission, you're gonna have a grand time as well. But
Yes.
it's just not experiencing the red carpet. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna have access to that. You're not. And each sponsor, they're automatically presenters.
Okay.
Once you're a sponsor, you automatically becomes a presenter of a category. And I've been doing that from jump. Once you're a sponsor, you're a presenter of any kind. So you go on stage. Before you go on stage, you're introduced. Your business is introduced. Your business is mentioned. before you come on stage. Everything is on the screen. It's, you know,
So
all
this
that's
is
going to
good
be the
news.
mix.
This is good news. So for a sponsor, if you're sponsoring, you can automatically become a presenter based on your package. Okay,
Yeah.
so I love that. So for those persons who are listening, and I'm hoping I can get you one sponsor. I'm not sure if they're going to. I will put it out there, but I'm hoping I can get you one sponsor. So if anybody's listening and you can get and you can get DemRoc is sponsored, that would be a good thing,
Mm.
because one of the thing is that whoever is doing the sponsoring is going to have an opportunity to basically have their name mentioned. So that would also add to your business, add to your agency, add to your organization, in terms of whatever you're doing. So if you're going to be a sponsor, just remember that you also will get an opportunity where your business and, you know, whatever it is going to be showcased, and you'll get an opportunity to become a presenter. So yeah.
And if you're a big to medium sponsor, you also have the opportunity to have a setup at the awards with a small table. If you have your brochures, you have a small banner, all that stuff, so that you can have your interaction there as well. So
All right.
it's opened wide but with control,
Okay.
right? It's open wide but with control.
Thank you.
Of course, maximum promotion on TV, radio, even doing stuff like what I'm doing now. As I already mentioned, Benji's Pharmacy. We have one sat. That's satellite internet in Guyana. The company is pretty much doing anywhere that internet hardwire can go. Satellite internet is there. So OneSat is a company as well. Then we have Sue Travel. She is just an all-rounder that do a lot of things, that saw what I'm doing and wanted to sponsor, and she really came true. She really came true for us, and we're very grateful. And this initial stage of promoting and marketing and all that stuff, all of that is being taken care of because of her, and I can't thank her enough. And
Yes.
all the other sponsors as well.
Perfect. So get your sponsor, your um I should say it this way.
The
If you,
package.
yes, get your sponsor package in, so that your business or your agency, whatever that you're doing, that you can get an opportunity to promote, in terms of that, to the Guyanese people. And I know, like I said, there are many people out there, I'm sure, who are listening or might be listening to this at the end of the day. So you have an opportunity to support DemRoc, and also have an opportunity to promote your business too as well, because every dollar counts. Okay, so, and I think it's going to be an awesome event. I envision that this event, and also it's going to be Friday afternoon as well. It is something for those who are working and so forth. If you're looking for something to do that weekend, right, that Friday evening, instead of going down by the corner, spend a little bit more extra and come to the Demrock Music Awards show. Okay, all
and
right.
and in addition to that, if anybody that's living outside of Guyana, they're living in the states, I have people that's buying tickets for their family member.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, 30 minutes ago, I got somebody that messaged me that paid for six tickets.
Already.
Yeah, they paid for six tickets. We definitely taking pictures. So this is one of the person that was at the awards 2023 that I wasn't able to take a picture with, take a picture with her. So she's like, we're definitely taking pictures this time around. So
Okay.
I'm just thankful. I'm
You
just
have to make
thankful for
yourself
people like
available.
them. Yeah, she was in she lives up here. She's actually going down. She's traveling, taking her son and all of a couple of her family members with her. So people like support like this, it makes me happy because we understand what culture building is.
That's
This
right.
is not about how much ticket is being sold and how much
Yes.
money can be made. let's not. I can't. I honest to God cannot focus on profit or whatever gain. I cannot for the life of me, and I'm so happy that I can't, because if this thing was a money thing for me, I've lost a lot over the years.
along
If
the
this was a
process.
money thing for me, there is no way that I would stick with it. Absolutely no way. So I thank God and I ask Him every day, as much as I can, help me to continue to stay focused on the main thing, and that is to help build our music culture. That's why it turns me off when people come in and say things like, "Yo, yeah, this year could make enough money by." That's a turn off. That's a turn off. We culture can't think about that stuff right now. We have to grow. It's just like you ripping or raping, for lack of a better term, our music culture. You just come in and get what you want and just gone. You don't care if people had a good time. You don't care if the culture actually moved a notch up. I'm not. I'm not. Don't involve me in that. I'm sorry. Don't involve me in that. I think I said a mouthful. I think I've mentioned everything that I had to say, and I thank you for having me. I usually do a lot of these around these times, so like 2 hours is
It,
nothing to me. I can be
it
on
was
this
my
four
timing.
hours. It's normal things. It's normal thing for me. So I appreciate it and appreciate people that been interacting in the comment section, and
Yes.
you know, thank you.
All right, you're welcome, and I want to thank you for being part of the Good Morning Guyana show. And uh, I'll probably have you back close to the event, and so that
Mhm.
we get an update and how things are going and so forth. And I'm sure you probably might have a lot more to say then, and also a lot more clippings and so
Yeah.
forth. You can see what the show was before, so we can have like some pictures and so forth, things that happened back then and so forth, so they can get an idea. Also, there are a lot of persons who love to buy their tickets last minute, so there will be an
Mhm.
opportunity for that too as well, for persons who may not have heard about it but maybe heard about it. I'm sorry, hear about it then. So this way they can they can get an opportunity to buy their ticket and be
Mhm.
part of the show. Like I said, probably I might be there. I'm not too sure as yet. Gotta check if that's
That'd be
possible.
great.
Yeah, check and see if that's possible. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. We've been here for a little while, and for those persons who stayed in with us and you know and enjoyed this interview that I had here, I want to say thank you so much. You can still share the live. You can still share it later on, because I know persons are working, persons are doing other things. But at the end of the day, persons, when they get home, they sit and they watch the show and so forth.
Mhm.
I get the feedback from some of my friends when they're home in the evenings. That's when they sit and watch the show. So uh,
Mhm.
continue to share it in, so that persons can hear about the DemRoc Music Award. I didn't even know about it, and it so happened that I got the opportunity to hear about it, and then here we are. Okay,
Mhm.
so this award is happening
Appreciate
on
it.
November 14th.
14th.
Remember, save the date. And the red carpet is from 5 to
7:30.
7 p.m. It's a Friday, so if you have to leave work a little bit early, you can do so, so you can get there.
I'll give them the excuse. I'll write an excuse for them.
Exactly. Get your dress, get your suit, come out looking, like they say, like Jamaicans will say, dash out, just dash out.
We have best dressed male, best dressed
Yeah.
female.
Yes.
We're gonna give you guys something for that for sure.
All right. Not sure if you want to say something, and then we'll just close with the promo video. Go ahead, Shot.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for having me. I enjoy doing this for our music and entertainment culture. I enjoy it. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I've been doing it for so long that I'm seeing progress. I'm seeing progress, and I just want us to get over that hump, and I'm trying to do my part to help that. But I just want each promoter of our music and entertainment culture to understand what it takes. Do not get it mixed up with your emotions, your wants, and your needs. Sometimes we have to sacrifice in order for other things to benefit, right? And I've been sacrificing a whole lot over many, many years. Again, like I said, I have my clothing brand that I've been running for the past 19 plus years. Next year, gonna be 20 years. And I have to allocate funds to different things. And it's taken away from my business, my clothing business. But that's a sacrifice that I chose to get myself involved in. And I just want everybody to be conscious of what needs to be done. Do not be a sailor. Do not be a sailor. A lot of people are sailing, and by the time you know it, you catch yourself, and then you see, you know what? This is the feeling that I should have had all of these years. I now understand it. I don't want it to take 10, 15 more years for that to happen. It got to happen now in order for us to work together and be able to accomplish that one goal. I said all that I need to say, and thanks once again. Thanks a million for having me.
All right, you're welcome, and we will close with this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us, and do have a beautiful day. If you're not following us at News Guy 24, you could go ahead and do so on Facebook. You can search News Guy 24 or NG24. We're also on YouTube as News Guyana 24. We're also on TikTok as News Guyana 24, and we're on Instagram as News Guyana 24 with an extra 4. Okay? Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, but we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day. And thank you so much to Shawn.
Thank you.
Even if you,
DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go.
even if you're away, 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 away.
Firstly, rest up, charge up, rise up.
मेरा नाम है चमेली, मैं हूँ माले नाले बेली.
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They all left undone. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the show. This is my first time here, so I'm excited. I came with friends, but I guess my friends are shy, so I said I'm going to be in the spotlight today. I'm from Grenada, and this is my first time here, so that's why I came to support. You know? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.